Hey guys, Sleepy News here. So today I'm going to be talking about a fairly recent update regarding the Danganronpa universe. And basically it has to do with this Famitsu article, or this big Famitsu spread that came out I think around like December 10th, that talked about Danganronpa V3 and then Danganronpa 3 the anime. And like I said, it came out maybe around like 2 weeks or so ago. But I recently found a translation that somebody did, like a partial translation. They said that mostly it was just talking about like video details or something like that, like gaming details, like I guess just like how they made it and stuff, so it wasn't necessarily like super important relating to the plot. But there was some plot related and like character related stuff that was translated. And thank you so much. One of you guys messaged me about it on Tumblr. I don't think I got around to responding to the message as quickly as I would have liked to, but thank you for messaging me about it, because it did kind of encourage me to look up the translation a little bit more. But anyway, the translation for this that I'm going to be reading is by the Tumblr user Atalantis. I'll put a link in the description to their Tumblr blog if you want to check it out. They were the same person that I use a translation for my new Danganronpa V trailer analysis as well, so they post a pretty good bit of translation stuff, which is really helpful, so you can check out their blog if you want to. Basically, the stuff that was translated was just things regarding the 3 characters that we know so far to be in New Danganronpa V3, and it just kind of gives like introductions to them. And the first one is about New Komaeda, that I like to call him. And basically it says, well-appointed features an impressive goatee/beard for a boy, and the shirt he's wearing resembles a specific schoolboy shirt. On top of that, he removed all the buttons on his shirts. Then it says that although from the appearance that he is wearing the uniform in his own way, he undergoes a light-like impression which slightly takes after ... And so I thought this was really interesting because it's obviously pointing out that his shirt resembles Komaeda's, and that's something I didn't really expect for the creators to sort of point out, so it just kind of shows that they are aware of this and they want us to be aware of it, so it can kind of bring us to speculate what kind of connection he could possibly have with Komaeda. So I thought this was really interesting. It also says he undergoes a light-like impression which slightly takes after. I'm not completely sure who this means that he's talking about. If you guys have an idea, please let me know. I've never really heard of like light-like as a way to describe somebody, so I'm not really sure what it means by that. The reason I was thinking Tagami was just because he sort of has like that smug look to him, but I'm not sure if it could also mean like Kirigiri or Kirigiri's father when it's talking about the impression, because I know I mentioned that in my trailer analysis for it, so just let me know what you guys think about that. I thought it was kind of interesting and I wasn't sure who exactly it was talking about. The second one is talking about, they call it the schoolboy, and they put robot like question mark in the translation for it. In another part, translated by a different Tumblr user going by the name of Tai Chin Chin. Sorry if I said that wrong. They said that it says in the article, in regards to the robot male character, Kodaka has this to say. In rough drafts of this character, it was shown for him to have a power suit. It's good if you saw him as a robot though. The male character's outfit appears unknown. Could this mean that they are actually a robot? So in this, it's kind of like questioning us about whether or not he's actually a robot. And I know some people were kind of sort of thinking along those lines too. Is he like a cyborg? Is he kind of like a person in like a really amped out suit? We don't really know yet. He looks sort of robotic. I kind of lean towards cyborg, but we really don't have a whole lot of proof as of right now. But the other introduction that is said in this article is that his hair stands out from his student's introduction, seemingly like it jumped out of his parietal. He resembles the hero of Danganronpa 1, Makoto Naegi, and reminiscent of the hero's wounds in a school life filled with prisoners. That is also a big feature identity look-alike, but the reason is unknown at this time. So this is another thing, it sort of like points out the fact that he looks similar to Naegi, which I was really not expecting them to say that, so the fact that the creators are pointing out these things is sort of interesting, that they have been pointing out the fact that these characters resemble some of the old characters, and I'm not sure if it has to do with the announcement of it being like a new setting, and from where I see it, it really does seem like it's just going to be taking very far place in the future. And I'm not sure if it's sort of pointing out these connections because it is implying more that time travel will be a certain aspect of the new game, or if they're trying to throw us off by naming these connections that aren't there, or if there is some sort of like familial connection, like I know I had mentioned in the trailer as well. So the final introduction is talking about the Twin Tails girls, how they call her in this. And in this introduction they say, the beautiful Twin Tails color the sap of the Urshi, thus resembling the darkness and thickness of lacquer. Introduction of her is characterized by the placement of a mole under her left eye, resembling that of a certain teary-eyed girl. But unlike her, she has a resolute state. From the key visual, it was implied for her to pose with the index finger pointing upward to receive a cool impression. So in this introduction, it sort of points out that she resembles Mikan from Super Danganronpa 2 with the mole that is underneath her eye. And I thought that was kind of interesting that they pointed that out. And they did kind of mention her demeanor is going to be a lot different from Sumiki, which is sort of implied from her stance and just the way she looks so far. But something I saw on Tumblr as well was posted by a user who goes by the name Magari Mizuki. They said something that I had actually never heard of before, which is that people with a mole under the right eye are said to have a life full of sorrows. And this is sort of interesting because I knew that I had said in my trailer analysis that I noticed like the connection between them both having a mole under the right eye. Of course, with Sumiki, we know that her backstory was pretty tragic. So does this also imply that the Twin Tails girl will also have a tragic backstory? So I thought that was something that was just kind of interesting that I'd seen online. But I just wanted to mention this article to you guys because I thought it was pretty interesting. I know I'm probably a little late on it, so some of you might be watching this video like, oh my god, like, why didn't you show this sooner? But I really only found the translation just now, so I apologize for that if this is a little more delayed than I would have liked it to have been. But anyway, I know that one of you guys had kind of talked to me on YouTube, and I had another message on Tumblr sort of asking if I could do like a silhouette analysis, and that will definitely be the next video. I was planning on doing it this round, but I'm going out of town this week, so I didn't really think that I'd be able to make a very good silhouette analysis if I did it right now, so I just wanted to give it a little bit more time so I can sort of look at the characters some more before doing that. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this interview. Do you agree with the stuff I said? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments section, and don't forget to subscribe for more Danganronpa content and updates, and I will see you guys real soon.